record this thing to the cloud right now. So it is the last day of September 2019. We're pushing right into the fall. It'll be Christmas before you know it, and then January before you can blink an eye, we'll be into 2020. 2019 just blast by. So if you're brand new, like I said, congratulations. I'm glad you made it here. My message is all about timing, 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 timing. And that's what you're going to hear here this evening. You know, if you've been in network marketing before and you failed, it probably wasn't your fault. It was probably bad timing, right? A lot of other factors, but probably bad timing. Making money is easy in this industry if you can find the right company with the right products, with the right management, with the right components at the right time, right, of their growth cycle, and jump on that thing and build like crazy. Valentis, and that's the company we're going to be talking about tonight, Valentis has grown over 900% in the last 12 months. Just absolutely crazy growth. But more importantly, not is what happened in the past, but what's going to happen in the future. Massive growth over the next 3 to 5 years. So just be prepared. You know, you're going to hear some things on this presentation here this evening. If you're brand new to the industry of network marketing, that sound a little far-fetched, right? Because this industry creates those far-fetched stories, right? People making obscene amount of money in a short period of time. I'm going to explain how you can create a 5, 6, 7 figure, listen, 5, 6, or 7 figure residual income. So buckle up. We've got a lot of information to cover. You know, I would just want to give you a couple of things to think about. Everything you hear in this presentation is possible for you to accomplish. Let me just remind you that everything is here in this presentation is possible for you to accomplish. The incomes are real. The people are real. Everyone here is here to help you, right? To achieve your goals. I mean, that's why we're all here. That's what this industry is all about. It's a win-win situation. The more people I can help get what they want, the more I will receive. So if you've ever wanted to be in a position to win, now's the time. You know, I'm going to show you how you can discover a way to make money even while you're sleeping, so you don't have to work until you die, right? I mean, who wouldn't want that? You know, once you decide you want things to change, nothing or no one will keep you from reaching your goal. The rest is simple. The rest of it is just mechanical, right? It's all up to you. But it is possible. So keep saying that to yourself. It is possible. Here's a little bit about myself, in case you don't know who I am, and many people don't. Chuck Hansen, that's my buddy Rocky over there. I've been in the network marketing industry now for over 3 decades. Never thought that I'd ever be in this business. I owned a very successful advertising agency representing some of the Fortune 50 companies in the country, like Marriott Corporation and the Norwegian Caribbean Cruise Line. And the list goes on and on and on. You know, I thought I was too sophisticated. I thought I was too, you know, good to be in network marketing, because I thought it was for people that couldn't go out and find a real job. So, but however, I got drugged to a meeting, you know, pretty much like this one, right? I got drugged to a meeting, except it was live. There were a lot of people there. And I saw people in that room that didn't look particularly smart, that were making more money monthly than I was making annually, and I started to pay very, very close attention. So, you know, here we are 31 years later. I've made over $15 million. I've been able to work at home for the past 31 years. My commute is from, you know, downstairs or one part of the house to the other part of the house. So that I have a very short commute, right? No traffic tickets, no accidents, you know, getting to my job. I built teams all over the globe, traveled over 6 million miles, and just had a ball doing it. I was semi-retired. Look, I had made enough money. I was comfortable. I was doing some consulting work for a couple of companies. I was flying around the world. I was eating on airplanes and then having a breakfast, lunch, or dinner meeting somewhere on the planet. And I found myself, you know, getting larger, right? I was gaining weight, you know, who wouldn't? You know, I ate too well, too often, and way too much. So, you know, I started gaining weight. And, then lo and behold, something changed. Something happened. A buddy of mine called me that I've known for about 8 years, and you're going to hear about him in a second. And he said, Chuck, we've got the most amazing product, and I want to introduce you to it. There's going to be a call here in about 30 minutes. I want you to listen to it. And I said, Dave, I'm not interested in anything. I'm not interested in building another team. I'm not interested, period, in the statement. He said, it's a weight loss coffee. Well, he piqued my interest, right? He piqued my interest. He said, the thing is amazing. This product is amazing. It gives people energy. It, helps them lose weight without any effort. I said, okay, I'm in, right? I'll listen to the call. I listened to the call, and they introduced this product, Slim Roast Optimum Coffee. Absolutely incredible. I bought a couple of canisters of that, started drinking it, lost 9 pounds the first week. Got me excited, right? Lost 18 pounds the first month. That got me very, very excited. Hey, you guys are in for a treat. I've asked John Arenza, who is a 30-year veteran in this industry, to come on and give you a little bit of insight, right? A little bit of insight as to where we're at timing-wise, right? Remember, I said it was all about timing. John's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about some money. Some money he's made, some money he's making right now. So let me let you hear from John, and then I'll be right back to you. So let me see if I can get that going. There we go.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And, with your history and success you've had in the industry, Chuck, let me just say it's just an honor to be working with you. You're a legend in this industry and just, have done amazing things, and just so excited to have you here, with us here at Valentis. Folks, I'll give you a little history on myself. I've been now 30 years now in this industry. I grew up in a small town in Minnesota, actually still have a lake home there, very near where I grew up. I had no sales background. I was a blue collar worker. I was a welder, building, maintaining equipment. I have a learning disability, I have dyslexia. And so I came to the industry, with no self-esteem, no self-confidence, very, very shy and introverted. My first experience was NSA water filters, and just an amazing experience. It was 4 years there, learned the fundamentals, fell in love with network marketing, learned how important timing was, how important a consumable product was. And so I've now been 30 years in the industry. I've been with 4 companies. Every single experience has been phenomenal. NSA, 4 years, earned about $400,000, was with Rexall after that for 12 years, earned $4 million. From there, master distributor of Wayora. Over that 12-year window, was able to earn about $10 million, and then another couple million with its sister company, Javita. And now I'm with Valentis, right? And what's led me to Valentis, number one, is because here's what I believe. Is all of these companies, right, and/or opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation plan, the timing, and the training and support. And if 2 or 3 of those elements are not in place, it really doesn't matter how good we are, or how hard we work. Despite our best efforts, we're going to struggle, right? You could take me now, having earned $22 million in the industry, put me with a company where those elements aren't in place, and I'm going to struggle. I look at myself here today. I'm not a different person. I'm not doing anything different than I've ever done, but, averaging, almost $400,000 a month, on the verge of making $500,000 a month. So I'm not doing anything different. The difference is the vehicle, right? And let me, we all know, and I'm assuming most of these people watching this are people that have been in the industry, you've had success, hear these stories about timing, and timing really is everything, right? And timing is actually very predictable. Timing is a factor of numbers. There's very distinctive tipping points to where, that trigger, momentum and trigger that critical mass window where the company actually, just explodes. And here's what's, we've went in we've had our challenges. We're 5 years old. We had a really good start, or actually a slow start. Then in the middle, 2016, we had a great year. We had some challenges. In May of last year, May of 2018, we were under $1 million in sales. We just closed out July over 8 million in sales. Okay, we've grown $1 million in each of the last in the last 4 months, and we're on track here in August to grow another $1 million. But here's why I'm telling you the story. From a strict number standpoint, right? We've reached that point. This point of geometric growth is starting to work for us, because 7 million of the 8 million in sales is all brand new volume. Everybody's new and fresh and excited. So our attrition is literally non-existent. And so it's kind of like, if you look at that penny a day, doubled every day concept, and you know, you hit that certain tipping point where the compounding effect of numbers just, you know, kind of just take a course of its own, just explode. And if you look at, I got a little chart here. And if you look at the compounding effect of numbers, right, you know, a penny a day, doubled every day, and it's about day 20. It's about day 20 that the numbers really become significant, right? And that's from a just kind of a comparison standpoint. I think that's where we are. We're at about day 20, because we have so many brand new, excited people making money and exploding that we're ready to absolutely explode. Okay, so we went from $1 million a month to 8 million a month in the last year. We went from 2 million a month to 8 million a month since the first of the year. And I believe by the end of this year, we're going to grow 1 million in August. I believe with our conference in Orlando, we're going to grow 2 million in September. And I believe we're going to be doing 12 million a month by the end of this year. So this, and it's not just here in the United States. I mean, Chuck, you were just telling me about a meeting in Nigeria where you had people stand, 400 people in Nigeria, and we're not even official there yet, right? I mean, I was in Spain, you know, in May, you know, we're doing like $1.5 million a month in Spain. I mean, the thing is absolutely ready to explode. And again, I can just keep going. I'm excited, folks. This is the absolute dream time to join a company, because we are ready to absolutely explode. So
So let me second that. This is the absolute dream time to join Valentus, and let me just second that. I mean, you know, because it is. I mean, you know, the past is the past. They've gone through all the growing pains, and then they introduced the coffee, and everything has exploded. To bring you up to date, we finished August just shy of $10 million. We're on track to finish September at $12 million, right? So John was a little off. You know, here we are, end of September, going into October at almost, could be 12 million. We'll know in the next few days. But that's an amazing, amazing growth. So, and there's my buddy. You know, there's my buddy that called me May of 2018, talking to me about, you know, this crazy coffee. It must have been, you know, the law of attraction. He must have mentally seen that I needed what he had, so he called. Like I said, after I lost 18 pounds, I grabbed an airplane ticket, decided to go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where the office is, and walked in those doors. I said, Dave, I just grabbed a ticket. I'm going to come and visit with you for a couple of days. And he said, come on. So what I did, folks, was I went and investigated Valentus up and down, right? Looked at everything I possibly could, and everything that, you know, Dave, I mean, he was very gracious host, right? Letting me look at everything. Building, you know, $1 million cash, totally debt-free, millions of dollars in the bank. At that time, about $80 million in sales, now over $125 million in sales. A global seamless compensation plan with all the whistles and bells. I mean, everything works, right? And if you don't know what that means we can enroll and talk to people in any country in the world, right? So growing 1 million or more a month, right? That's pretty exciting. First international office that is handling the shipping for Southeast Asia is in the Philippines. We are shipping products globally, right, to every country. We just are working on a contract with DHL, and a great guy at the helm. You know, again, somebody I've known for 8 years. You know, the best opportunity I've seen in my 30-year career in this industry, I'm telling you, I've never seen a company positioned for such incredible growth as Volantis. So, you know, we've got a whole host of products, not just one, right? I mean, we could have built the whole company on this one, or we could have picked any one of those other products and built the whole company on. But we've got over 20 products. I want you to go to VolantisProducts.com and go and look, watch the videos, look at everything. But, you know, I stayed focused on this product because it gets instant results. Instant results on almost everybody, almost immediately. And, you know, that's fantastic because people don't want to wonder. They don't want to wonder whether or not something is working for them. When they drink a couple of cups of coffee, you know, first thing in the morning, they know. They have no appetite. They have plenty of energy. They have better mental focus and you know, they're tuned in, right? And then come lunchtime, they're still not hungry. They go, what's up with this? You know, this is crazy. And, you know, I'll tell you the rest of the story. You know, after I went up there, I've been on the coffee now for well over a year. I've lost 40 pounds, right? 215 to 175. But more importantly, the fat has melted off my body, right? I've gone from a 40-inch waist to a 33-inch waist. I actually have a waist now. So my wife says that I'm obsessed. And I might be, you know, but I'm in the best weight and shape that I've ever been in my entire life. And I hand it all to this coffee. I mean, can you imagine that? So there's what John was talking about. There's the growth. There's when I started May of 2018, 700,000 to 7 million just a year later. I just wanted to give you a year snapshot, right? 7 million, 900% growth. That's outrageous growth, right? Just keeping up with that is a huge challenge. I told you about timing. Now, all the companies in this industry, and there's thousands of them, all talk about something, the Holy Grail, right? The Holy Grail is going into momentum. You hear about it, oh, we're going into momentum. You got to get in now. We're going into momentum. Yeah, BS, right? Very, very, very few companies go into momentum. They may grow a little bit quicker, but they don't go into momentum. Momentum usually starts at $3 or $4 million a month. Most companies don't ever even make it there. Right? Most of them go out of business. In fact, 98% of them go out of business before they're 2 years old. So getting into a company as a startup is not a real good decision. I know, right? Critical mass starts usually 10, 12 million a month. That's when the fish start jumping in the boat. You know, I'll use and coin that phrase from John Herenza. But that's when, you know, we start attracting everybody. And why do we attract people? It's the money stories, the product stories and the money stories. That combination of those two things really start to build up the momentum and you start to go into this hyper growth. I've been with 3 other companies that have experienced this huge vertical growth, and each and every time I made millions of dollars. It wasn't that I was good, it was that I was good at finding a company that was in the process of going through this hyper growth. So, you know, here's where we're at, guys, and, you know, I got to move that sweet spot up because I got to move it to where that 10 million is. I'll do that on the next presentation on Wednesday night. But, you know, that was the tipping point, you know, May 2018 when we introduced this coffee. But here's what's going to happen. 4-year growth. I'm predicting 1,900% growth. That's going to be amazing. So why do you want to get in? You want to get in and take advantage of the 1,900% growth over the next 4 years. That's where it's really going to happen. 2020 projections, I'm projecting that we're going to hit and do $450 million in business in 2020. And, you know, will it grow at 5 million a month? No, of course not. It won't grow at 5 million a month, but, you know, we will grow at 2, 3, and then it'll go to 4, and then it'll go to 7, you know, but, you know, we will get to, you know, 50 million, 55, 60, 65 million, and we'll do 400, 450 million in 2020. Just watch. I'll keep this slide and we'll keep track. So, hey, I wanted everybody to see what the company puts out as far as average monthly income of people at various ranks. Now there's other ranks but besides and above Blue Diamond, but this is a good starting point, right? Diamond, right? A position that is, you gotta do some things. It takes some effort, it takes some skill, it takes some help, it takes, building a team, but with effort and commitment, everybody and anybody can get to Diamond. And then you're at an income at $3,000 to $6,000 a month. Now, what would your life be like with an extra $3,000 to $6,000 a month? Not bad, right? $6,000 a month, 12 months, $72,000 a year, twice what the average person makes in their, life-sucking job. So double diamond, $7,500 to $12,500. Triple diamond, that's where I'm at. $15,000 to $30,000 a month. Not a bad neighborhood to be in. Blue Diamond is where I'm going, where my sponsor, Rick, that you're going to hear from here in a second, just left, and he went to Royal Diamond, $33,000 to $75,000 a month. So again, a nice neighborhood to be in. So, what I want to encourage you is that if I can do it and so many other people can do it, you can do it too. This was my first check. There was my check a year later, right? The big difference was that the team, right? I started growing a team, and I do that very easily. I show people how to go find and build a group of 10. Everybody can build a group of 10 people. Not personally recruit 10 people, but build a group of 10. And that's more in one of the trainings. My first year, almost $225,000 in income. But more importantly, I've earned $125,000 in the first 3 months of my second year in the business. So, in just a 25% of the time, right, I earned half as much again, in my second year. So the momentum is growing. If you thought that perhaps network marketing wasn't and didn't produce big incomes, that's what I thought. I really did. I mean, I really thought that this was an industry for people that couldn't go out and get a real job. But just look, these people don't need a job, right? This is put out by Business for Home magazine, and they keep track of the income earners right in the industry. John is now ranked 11th in the world, right, with 500,000. And I believe anybody can get to 500,000. I got a training that will show you exactly what to do in order to get there. Rick Gerald's, Jen, 93,000 a month, and Dr. Cheese, 65,000. There's mine. And there's more people. We got 15 people or 18 people now on this list, but we're going to have hundreds of people on this list as we grow, and if they can do it, you can do it. What I want you to do is hear from my sponsor, Rick Geralds. Rick and I have known each other for about 20 years, and I just took a little short clip of something that we did, and I want you to hear from Rick. Get back to the business at hand here.
For 15 years. Rick is another one of those guys, an incredibly hard worker, understands compensation plans like no one else, has made millions of dollars in this industry. That type of work ethic, heart and soul in a leader. Royal Diamond here with Valentis, multi-million-dollar earner, someone I am very, very proud to call my friend, my confidant and co-worker here in this industry, Rick Geralds. And so, Rick, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hey, thanks, John, and back at you on all the compliments. John and I come from kind of the same industry background. We were both in NSA and didn't even know each other and achieved the highest rank. So, I was in Kansas, and I guess I don't know where he was at, but good old days. 30 years in the industry, 38 years I've been in, nutritional supplements. And since you kind of did some other things and took some of the thunder, which is great. I love your explanation. The timing. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm excited. But why I joined this company really in the beginning, I've been here 5 years, and I joined this company in the beginning because of Dave Jordan and his wife, Joyce. And I had actually encouraged Dave to start his own company way back in like 2010, something like that. And finally in 2014, he launched. Okay. And when we launched, we had 3 products. Now we have something like 20. But let's be honest. I mean, you wouldn't have wanted to join the company the first through the 4th year. I mean, you would have wanted to join back in May of 2018 because we have in-house customer service, in-house shipping. Okay. I mean, we are shipping 2 to 3 days all over the United States. We just brought on, we're testing DHL in many markets right now. I mean, that's a major international shipper that's going to ship right to people's doors, their doorstep. So I'm pretty excited about the structure of the company. I'm excited about having Dave, who's already got, Dave and I and you, John, we had built a previous company to 3.8 million, I believe it was, in 12 months. In 12 months, I think it was 12 months we did that. And you were number 1 earner, and Dave, who's our CEO, was number 3, and I was like number 4 at one point in that company. So we have a CEO that's a distributor's CEO, and he knows what we go through in the field. So everything he does at corporate and his corporate team, they're doing the things that are necessary to keep this ball rolling and keep the momentum going. And I was telling somebody the other day, I really believe that we're going to go to 100 million a month. But my story is just in this setting here. Back in May of 2018, I was earning about 8,000. I think I dropped down to about 8,000 or 9,000. And let me see, 10 months later, I'm Royal Diamond, making over 100,000 a month. I mean, I had no idea it was going to jump up that fast. I mean, I've had successes where I've been over 40,000 a month in many different companies, but never jumped to 100,000 a month, John. And why is that happening? Everything is in place. The comp plan is driving the products, and the products are driving the comp plan. And that's really the bottom line. Everything's in place for somebody to come on board. And what's more exciting, guys, is
so everything is in place. And that's what I wanted you to hear was that, and there's just so many reasons why the timing is just absolutely perfect right now. So with that, I'll unmute myself and get on with that. So yeah, so everything is in place. I mean, you couldn't find a better time to be part of Valentis than right now, and other than being part of Valentis when I joined. But you know what? I knew, see, I recognized the signs. I had seen this before. I had watched this movie play out 3 other times, and it wasn't difficult for me to put the pieces together and, say, here's exactly what's going to happen. I had no intentions whatsoever participating in Valentis, but I couldn't help myself, right? I couldn't help myself because if I didn't do it, I was going to leave millions of dollars on the table. So, not being stupid, I decided that I would pull the trigger. So here's a question for you, right? The question is, if there was a pretty darn good chance that a $600 investment plus 10, 12, 15 hours a week part-time effort, right, and commitment over the next 3 to 5 years would or could produce a 6-figure, perhaps even a 7-figure annual income, is that something you'd be interested in doing? I ask that question to everybody, right? Most people say, $600? Are you kidding me? 10, 12 hours a week? Yeah, I can fit that into my schedule. And that's how I want people to start. I want people to start, part-time and work themselves into a full-time income in a very short period of time. Complete training, no boss except for your wife, unlimited income potential, right? No employees, tax benefits, fun, friends, travel, whatever you want to do, or just sit home and do Zooms, right? or, I want to talk to you about getting started. I mean, let's get right, cut right to the chase. There's 3 packages you can choose. You can choose the platinum package, the emerald package that I've, put a line through, or what I suggest is the ruby pack, the business builder pack, because it gives you, I like the 350 samples, single serving samples of this product right here to get in people's hands. It's $600 to get started, and then it's $160 a month to stay active and stay, part of the business. You're going to get product, 3 products for that. So you'll be able to try some other products. But why do I do that? Why do I recommend that package? It maximizes the compensation plan. So, you get to participate in a legacy bonus, and you get to participate in a global enrollment bonus pool. I'm not going to go in and explain it. Just trust me that you get to maximize the compensation plan. Yes, you could buy the bigger package and have more products, but you're still going to maximize the compensation plan. Now, if you've got a place for those other products, or maybe a couple of you are going together, to partner up, definitely get the Emerald Pack, right? Get more products. So here, where do you see yourself? Are you ready to get started? I know a lot of people see this presentation and they're ready to get started. I had questions, right? Maybe you've got questions. Get those questions answered. Get back to the person that invited you onto this Zoom and say, hey, I got some questions. Let's talk to somebody. Let's get my questions answered so that I can feel comfortable about moving forward. And maybe it's not for you. And if it's not for you, God bless you. Some people have still got to work, right? While the rest of us don't. So, that's okay. And if you think you're just going to become a customer, well, that won't work, because what's going to happen are people are going to ask you, how do I get that product that you've been taking? And then you're going to become a distributor. So you might as well just go ahead and spend the $20 that it costs to become a distributor right out of the gate. That way you have all the back office and all the websites and all of it. And it's $20 one time. I mean, big deal. So, I'm going to leave you with somebody that I want. He's going to kind of lay out for you, and it kind of puts everything in perspective about, how long are you willing to keep working on your dream? I don't know what kind of income you'd like to have, but whatever income that is, it's achievable, right here in Valentis. So with a $600 getting started, just like buying a franchise for $600 and $160 a month. So let me let you listen to Les.
In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People are going to do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. That is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you fail and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. And people know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You know it was hard, but you did it hard.
So the question is, how long are you going to keep watering and nurturing your dream, right? You can do this. I'm just telling you, you can do this. It is possible. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Will it be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. I won't lie to you. Will it be simple? Absolutely, it'll be simple. Will it be worth it? Just ask me. So with that, God bless you. Thanks for joining me here this evening, today, tonight, tomorrow, or whenever it was. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. East Coast time, we will have another Zoom on a different code. So write this down. It's 570-415-070. 570-415-070, 8 p.m. East Coast time. And then on Wednesday, I'll be back doing another presentation. So find some friends. This is your mission, right? Find some friends. Say, hey, I just found and heard about an incredible business opportunity where we can make a lot of money if we want to. I want you to hear about it. Come with me. Let's listen to this. Bring them over, show them the Zoom, and then Wednesday, you all go grab some people and bring them on the Zoom. So just keep bringing people. Then Thursday, Mitch will have another back to the 570-415-070 code. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we've got training. So, everything is right here. We're here to help you. So again, God bless you. Thanks for joining me here this evening. And that'll be the official end of this presentation. Good night, everybody.